Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
So first up, round one, let's talk about Pitbull in the Skirt versus the Baddest Bee.
All right.
All right, so my question to you, number one, when you go into a versus, sometimes I feel like it's like a landslide or it's obvious. We kind of know who will dominate.
Mm-hmm.
With these, I think it's closer than most people think. So how did you actually prepare and try to guess like who's gonna? Do you think this will be a domination, or is it going to be a close call?
Well, speaking on the first one.
That's we only talking about Trina and Eve.
Okay, Eve and Trina. When I first saw it pop up, I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. But then when I thought about mainstream, bigger songs, who's the bigger artist, I think Eve is probably going to dominate Trina on a more mainstream side of it. However, Trina is from the South. She's from Miami, 305. So we always riding with Florida. But it may be a good one. They pretty much came out around the same time, somewhat around 99, 2000. So it should be a pretty good battle. I know it's going to be heavily watched.
It is. And that's the thing. Both of them, I think not really. Eve's not really regional. I was going to say Trina has a big following, but it's like, it's very South-driven.
Very.
So depending on where they have it at, depending on who's watching, depending on who's more active in the comment section, it may skew a lot of people's votes on who wins. But this is what I kind of did. I looked at, they have to do 20 songs. When you look at their catalog, what's the first no-brainers that come to mind?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I ranked them on, okay, who has the most no-brainers? Like for Trina, I put the Baddest Bee. Here we go. Pull over, look back. I got a thing for you. And some of these are kind of asterisks, but I'm like, all right, be all right. Don't trip, single again. And then you got a lot of features like Slip and Slide Records. You don't know now. Take it to the house. So that's like 12 records based off of features and also the no-brainers I talked about.
Yeah. And you still got her.
But she also has like
the remix of Right There, Chingy's Right There.
That's what I'm saying. I left off some stuff to where it's like, that's going to be your bottom 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she really want to pull something out the bag, I know she got a little line on It's Your Birthday with Uncle Luke. So I don't think she's going to do that. But
no.
Out of her 20, it's going to be like close to 12 songs that people are like, oh, that's a nuclear, that's a weapon of mass destruction. That's another weapon of mass destruction. It's like 10 or 12. With Eve, surprisingly, this is me going off the top of my head. I wrote down Gangsta Lovin', Got a Man, Blow Your Mind with Gwen Stefani, Love is Blind, What You Want. And then she got a whole lot of featers.
But she also got Who's That Girl? Tambourine.
Yep. All right, keep going. What I left out. It's like
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she has a few songs off of DMX features.
Well, I didn't bring up features yet. So you just brought up.
Okay.
We brought up like 7 to 8. These are Eve singles, right? And then for the features, you got Hot Boys, you got Ride or Die Chick, and then a whole lot of DMX catalog. So she's going to dominate towards the features element, right? But then also, like, so based off of what we just said, it looks like it looks like based off of what we just said, off of what I list for Trina, it's like 12 no-brainers. For Eve, even though I stopped on the Eve catalog, I stretched towards the features where she'll actually dominate. It's like you're looking at 14 to 15 songs.
So let me ask you this. Let's kind of think about this quickly. Eve, what do we feel is Eve's biggest mainstream song?
Oh, it's the Gwen Stefani joint to me.
Let Me Blow Your Mind.
Yeah, to me that's the one it's huge.
Yeah. what would be Trina's biggest mainstream song?
Man, they not a whole lot of mainstream there. It's a whole lot of hood records, and it's
Absolutely.
like stuff that you play in the car. But I mean, maybe pull over that. I'm just because it mainly be like one-liners. It don't be the song itself. Like I'm the baddest B is because to be honest, it's You Don't Know Now, but that's not her song. It's Tricks.
It's not her song, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the thing about it, that song probably could be it could be a shared song. It could be because she had her side, he had his side.
I mean, she made the song, which is why, like, even though it was Trick's song, it was her verses that got everybody. Like,
there's some standouts in that verse. I always kind of like to look at playlists. So I can kind of, I typically go to Apple playlists and I look up their hottest songs because you pull it up, their most common songs or top songs pop right up. And when I go into a verses, I kind of write down, okay, what are your top songs, no brainer top songs, everybody's gonna know. And I kind of start filtering out songs from there. Then I do it for their opponent. And I kind of start to weigh. Okay, this is a heavy hitter. This is a heavy hitter. If they match up, like for instance, if we have, trying to think, if say Michael Jackson going up against Usher.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We know Usher's biggest song is probably
Yeah.
Right? Michael's biggest song is
what?
You know what I mean? So if you take Usher's biggest song against Michael's biggest song, which one is going to win?
Yeah, it's not fair.
So, or if you say, okay, if Usher says I'm going to do a throwaway that round because I can't beat that song.
Yeah.
Well, can he beat Michael's second biggest song?
Yeah, I don't know if he can.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and I know Michael is not a good.
Yeah, no, but I honestly feel that could be the case here. Like, and that's what I was saying. Like, even if Eve has more opportunities to throw away stuff than Trina would, the thing is, Trina has a lot of big records that are iconic, mainly for like one-liners or just a hook. But also, she runs out of those songs like around the 8 mark. Still with Eve, I'm like the no-brainer. Like some of those songs are, I feel like some of those, that's why I said when I was listing her go-to singles, I'm like, okay, you run out early too, but you got all these features. It's like 15 songs I could point to for her. Yeah. And I'm being modest. Like there's something I'm leaving on the table. With Trina, it's like 12. So off rip, I think we're both on the same page saying Eve may win this. And some rounds it may, I think some rounds, even depending on the song selection, that always matters. Eve is there's going to be a couple rounds where Trina knocks her out just because she'll play some of her biggest club records. Absolutely. But another thing is I do believe that Trina may be a better showman than Eve. Eve spends a lot of time away from the spotlight to where, depending on how she presents the record, it may be a situation like with Escape versus SWV to where, well, I presented better than you. So now the comment section is rocking with me more than they rocking with you.
And I get that. However, I love music. So I'm not looking at the crowd reaction to it. I more so look at, I know this song against this song. And what the good thing that we'll see the comments coming flying. We'll see the comments flying. So it's just making me think about.
You agree with the matchup?
I think Trina didn't have a matchup down south to battle. I think this is probably the best matchup for her because Eve kind of had her time of run, and she was, the first lady of Rough Riders. And when they all came out, they came out hitting hard.
It all depends on who got something to promote. I mean, Eve's promoting a show right now, so absolutely. I think she wanted to do it where a lot of people they weren't. Yeah, I don't got nothing to promote right.
Like if we had to think about other matchups, of course we want to see Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown. We would want to see Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Like, we want to see that. You know. You have, well, then again, you also have the Brat. But I don't know, you know, the Brat has features and she will monkey stomp a lot of females.
For me, it would have been somebody that the same genre type music. I feel like Trina made that music to where it's like, I don't know. It's the nasty, in your face. Yeah. And it's also nasty, Southern. Whenever you're dealing with Southern versus North, I don't ever think it's a good matchup because regionally different people are going to rock with you.
Absolutely.
That's the case.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All in all, it seems like we're both on the same page. We say, you know, Trina's going to bow out to Eve, and it's I don't think it's going to be a judge's decision. This may be finished by the 12th round. But and they got 20 rounds to go. So we both on the same page with that. We'll check back and see if we're wrong. Next up, go ahead.
I have a quick question. So if you had to give a percentage on who would win this battle, where would you give that percentage at?
Oh, I think it's going to be. See, that's the thing. I'm not underestimating how this. They mess around and have this in Club Live again or something like that. You know, you mess around and then everybody thinks. So for that element, the fact that people from the South are more loud than people up North, saying it's going to be, I'm going to put it closer to say 60-40. For me, anything can happen, even though I think I'm giving Eve that 60. That 60 is more generous toward Trina to say, well, you mess around and play the right record at the right time, and then she's still all the females in the audience.
Yeah. And I honestly, I agree with you. I would go at 60-40 as well.
All right, cool. So we're on the same page. And then also, I mean, she's so quotable, her lines. I hear more women quote her than like some motivational speakers. So it's like,
she the baddest bee.
Exactly. That's like the go-to phrase that women use. So